Hey, hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday night. Hey, hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday night. What is up? Hey, hey, yo, yo. What is up, everybody? Hey, hey, what's going on, Tony? Yes, sir, yes, sir. Happy early Father's Day to everybody out there. I know we got some great dudes in the chat, great dudes in the group, and some even better fathers out there. So, congrats, fellas. Being a dad is not easy. Of course, that is a true statement for all the dads that are doing the right thing on a day to day basis. So, make sure to enjoy your time tomorrow, whatever you're doing, spending time with family, golfing, grilling, whatever the case may be. Tony, you're exactly right. So, happy early Father's Day to everybody out there. Yes, sir, Jose. Happy Saturday night, sir. And yes, sir, yes, sir. Happy Saturday night to everybody as well. Happy to have you guys back. Welcome back, welcome back. Darren, what is up, Darren? Darren. I appreciate that, Darren. I've had a lot of great influences in my life, not just my own dad, but I've had lots of coaches and male father figures in my life. I can say truly that I'm a very lucky man, and it shaped me into the man that I am today. So I appreciate that. Ivan's got it right. Father's Day Eve. Father's Day Eve should be a widely celebrated day for all the great dads out there. Yeah, Darren. Darren does not wish Tony any luck today. Lately, anytime that he wishes him just a little bit of luck, doesn't pan out. Maybe a moderate amount of luck. Tony's had a couple nice hits lately. Neutral luck. There it is. I was looking for the wording in my mind. Neutral luck sounds right. But I hope everybody's enjoying the weekend. What a crazy week of sports with the Knicks winning the championship for basketball, the Hurricanes taking the cup for hockey. I don't know about you guys, but I have been absolutely enjoying the World Cup. The World Cup has been extremely enjoyable to watch. Just watching all the different matchups, the underdogs, the new names, the old ones. Yeah, soccer has been legit. Yeah, I'm hoping for some bangers too. Last week I thought we had some legit hits from last week, so I hope this week delivers just as good, if not better. Last week was legit. All right, guys. Looks like we got about 9 people here. So we're going to fire this thing up as more people start to trickle in. But welcome to Call Your Shot Sports Breaks Memorabilia. My name is Bart. I am the guy that is messaging you on eBay. Of course, this sports break room is not tied to any brick and mortar store or multi-million-dollar conglomerate. It's just one man with a passion for sports and bringing people together on the weekends to talk some banter and have some fun, sarcastic humor, things like that. So welcome to the OGs that are here on a weekly basis, as well as the handful of new people that jumped into the breaks this week. We've had some fun the last couple weeks comparing hits from the OGs to the new Gs. So we'll continue that fun. I've been enjoying that. And of course, it will lead to some more people jumping in. If you're a new person, feel free to jump into the chat. The guys in the chat are legit. They're really kind dudes. And we take a lot of pride in this break room not being over the top in terms of negative comments and things like that. We try to keep it positive, make sure everybody has a good time. And of course, congratulate the people that hit. I know the breaks are more fun when your team hits, but that's what it's all about. Is having fun, the brotherhood, and reminiscing on some sports stats and things like that. Mama told you to turn down the volume. It's not Father's Day yet. That sounds about right. I could see that being a thing. I could see that being a thing. Neutral luck to all with some transparency. Jose, you've been catching on nicely. Can't wait for the extra time in the break. It'll be hard to beat. Yeah, Tony. We'll see how many monster hits we get and how many of those stats I have to go through. Hopefully that's enjoyable. Yes, yes. And of course, everybody knows the rules. When Bart says the word transparency, whatever beverage you have in front of you, whether it be an icy cold adult beverage or any drink of your choice, have a sip and enjoy it. After all, tomorrow is Father's Day, and you can thank me later. All right, guys, let's get after it so that you guys can rest up for tomorrow and our big day. So here we go. 8 items on the board here tonight. Very similar break to last week. And of course, last week we had some bangers, so why change it? We'll start off with the black bag for football. After we jump in black bag for football, we've got the Gold Rush Series 3. That will make up the 2 jerseys for football this week. We will then jump over to basketball. For basketball, we've got the jersey as well as the full-size basketball right there, which I don't want to mess with since it has the other jersey sitting on it. After that, we'll go into baseball. Baseball's got another black bag edition, and then we're going to pair that guy up with the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame has been kind to us, so the Sign and Slab Hall of Fame edition has been kind to us. Hopefully it continues. And then we'll end it up with the multi-sport. For multi-sport, we still got 6 of these multi-value packs. Those are my last 6 that I got. And then we'll switch it up a little bit for multi-sport. We'll still rock the black bag. That seems been fun for multi-sport, and then we'll switch it up to something else. But let's get after it, guys. Jean-Rie in the house. What up, Jean-Rie? Jean-Rie, did that Pedro make its way to you? Hopefully the Jean-Rie got there. You can see him. I don't put it past. Darren is all-knowing. Darren is omniscient. All right, everybody. Let's get after this thing. Friendly reminder to the OGs and the new Gs that eBay does require mark all items as shipped, regardless if your team hits or not. Of course, only the team that is shown on the memorabilia item is the team that's going to receive it. I do have to mark all items as shipped at the end of the break, but if your order is attached to a tracking number by tomorrow, then that is your confirmation that you'll be receiving the jersey. I'd like to get them out on Monday. I'm going to try to get it out Monday morning if everything works out as planned. So that is the friendly reminder. I'm going to take you guys on a trip around the bag itself. We're starting with some black bag football. If you're a new person, new G or an old G, always want to make sure that the items look good and in good quality. Of course, exactly the same way that I would have received them from the distributor, because I take pride in the transparency. There has to be some transparency. Jose said there had to be. So I have to stay true to Jose. All right, guys. Let's get after it. Feel free to throw some comments in the chat. I'll read them here when I get a chance. All right. Good luck to all teams. Let's have some fun for pre-Father's Day, Father's Day Eve. How about some big bangers? Father's Day Eve. Let's do it. All right, football. All right. How about Burris? Plaxico Burris. Plaxico Burris on the big old 17. There's your autograph. Is a big old autograph in silver Sharpie. Just touching the stitching, just a touch. That's a big old autograph. Good player. Got into some off-field trouble. And of course, Beckett Cert, guys, W328463. W328463. I believe this is Giants, but I'll have to take a look and see if I'm correct in that. I don't know for a fact. So I believe this is Giants, if I'm not mistaken. I see some colors. I see some words. To all the G's. All right, guys, let's take a look. Yep, this is a New York Giants custom. So New York Giants white custom jersey. So New York Giants white custom, Beckett Cert, Plaxico Burris. All right, New York Giants. New York Giants this week. This one goes out to Harry. This one goes out to Harry O. Harry had a nice break about 2 weeks ago. Then you got a couple items. Off to a strong start again. Congrats, Harry. Harry takes down the first hit for the New York Giants on the white custom. Nothing wrong with that. Plaxico Burris. Just because Tony said he was giving me the green light here tonight to spend as much time as I wanted to talking about stats. Thanks, Tony. Thanks again for that. Plaxico Burris, Super Bowl champion. Of course, wide receiver, nicknamed Plax or Plexiglass. How much bigger of a career he would have had if he just stayed out of trouble off the field. But I mean, he still played for 11 years. Almost 150 games, 64 touchdowns, over 1,200 fantasy points. Plaxico Burris. No way, Jean-Rie. Sammy Sosa autograph bat. That's pretty dope. I was actually going to go to Sammy Sosa signing in earlier this year with my son, but we didn't get a chance. He ended up getting sick, so then it wasn't going to be as fun. But congrats to you, Jean-Rie. That's a nice hit. Sammy Sosa bat. That's one that I would put on the wall. I imagine there are going to be a lot of jokes coming from the non-Cubs fans or the Cubs haters, but I love Sammy. All right, let's get after it, guys. Item number 2. We got the Gold Rush 2026 Series 3. Tiny trip around. Of course, the Gold Rush product here, we got 2 forms of transparency. We got that cellophane wrapping and that classic patented secondary seal. Wow. Look at it in all of its sparkling glory. Wow. All right, let's get after it. We're still waiting on one of these headliners here. Hopefully the wait is over. On Father's Day Eve, we can celebrate with one of these headliners up top. Let's get after it. Jean-Rie's getting Sammy Sosa on a bat. That's going to be, in my mind, a headliner. Why not one of these fine headliners right here? All right, cellophane wrapping gone, guys. There's your secondary seal, as you can see, in pretty good order. All right, good luck to all teams. We got something for Harry. Let's see if we can mix it up and find something for somebody else, or get Harry another one. We'll see. All right, good luck to all teams. I'm going to see some colors. I'm going to see some letters. Let's see what we got. All right. I definitely recognize the colors. And let's see what we got here. All right, so I got an 83. And of course, big old autograph right there. This is Dotson. This is Dotson for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it is a pretty nice jersey. It's 3 colors stitched there. White, silver, and green on the black jersey. Triple stitched is pretty nice. I want to say Marquise Dotson, but I could be wrong. Dotson, Beckett Cert. And of course here we've got Beckett's 2W9. Sorry guys, 2W9, 25519. 2W9, 25519. I believe Marquise, I want to say Dotson, but we'll go take a look just to be sure. All right, let's look it up. Dotson on the big old 83. Way off. Not Marquise. Jahan. Jahan Dotson. So that is definitely not an M like I thought it was. It's a J. Jahan Dotson Custom. Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know where I got Marquise from. All right, Jahan Dotson. He's a Super Bowl champion. So Super Bowl champions on both the jerseys that popped up for football here. He did have a touchdown last year. He's a young guy, wide receiver. He does currently play for the Falcons, but he just finished up 2 years in Philly. So this is a Philadelphia Eagles. Fly Eagles, fly hit. So in this case, Philadelphia Eagles. This one's going to Kenneth. This one's going to Kenneth K. Kenneth K is a new guy here. So first week into the breaks. So congrats, Kenneth. Not sure if you're here in the live. Feel free to jump in the chat if you are, if that's your thing. If not, it's all good. A nice Jahan Dotson. Jahan Dotson coming your way. I thought that was an M, but that's a J for Jahan. Jahan Dotson. All right. 2 wide receivers that are both Super Bowl champions. We'll take that. All right. Let's move on to basketball. So how about basketball? We'll run with the jersey first like we have been doing. The basketball always takes a little bit longer. I've been having some bad luck predicting who the person is on the basketball or even saying who it is because the autographs are kind of crazy. I really wish they would put like a sticker or something in the product to just let us know. But let's get it, guys. We've got some basketball here. And of course, when it comes to the RSA product, no cellophane wrapping, just a single patented secondary seal there. I'm still going to take you on a trip around the box, make sure everything is kosher and in good working order. And of course, there's your patented secondary seal once again. Looking crispy. All right, guys. Let's move on to basketball. Looks like a W or an M or a Q. It looks like a lot of things, but not like that basketball that we had a couple weeks back. Remember, it looked like what did it look like? Was it Richmond? That basketball we had a couple weeks back was wild. Yeah, for sure. Even when I saw the name, looked it up, I'm not sure I could have made it out. So, all right, guys. How about here? We got RSA. Let's get after it. So good luck to all teams in the basketball. And away we go. Here goes your seal. All right. Good luck to all teams. RSA. What do we got this week? Oh, baby. That's a cool one. That is a cool one. How about Dennis Rodman? How about Dennis Rodman? Big old 91. That's so cool. Of course, Rodman was absolutely insane off the court presence, on the court presence, but an absolute beast. Look at that autograph. Yeah, that's really cool. Of course, Beckett certified. There's your autograph, silver Sharpie. Iconic one. Of course, an actor, lots of things. The stories that he's been telling recently. Beckett cert. 1W. 107311. Carmen Electra. All the different people that he hung out with and relationships that he had. All right, a couple different places this could go. Let's open this thing up and see where it goes. It's on the blue. It even has some paper there on the inside. All right, Rodman, 91. And this one is going to Chicago. Chicago Bulls. Take it down. Chicago Bulls on the blue alternate. Dennis, the man, Rodman, the worm. Of course, growing up, huge fan of the Bulls growing up, as I'm sure a lot of people were, even if you're not from Chicago. Rodman, an absolute beast. On the boards, physical presence. Everybody that watched basketball in the 90s, it was a different game. Maybe the guys not as athletic as they are nowadays, but man, it's hard to argue that they weren't a little bit tougher and cut from a different cloth. Chicago. Yeah, I thought it might be Detroit just from the color when it popped out, but that's Chicago. Chicago Bulls. Oh, there's Kenneth. Congrats, Kenneth. Kenneth, you ended up hitting a Jahan Dotson jersey. I'll put it on the screen here in a second. But for the Chicago Bulls this week, we got an OG. Chicago Bulls going out to Mike. This one's going out to Mike A. Congrats, Mike. Not sure if you're here in the live, sir. But a very, very solid Dennis Rodman, 91, silver Sharpie Beckett cert on the Chicago Bulls. Blue alternate. Your Bulls, my Bulls, our Chicago Bulls. I am very jealous of this hit right here. I'm definitely going to be trying this jersey on after the break. I'm going to send pictures to all my friends. I'll post them on Facebook so you guys can like them. Of course, you'll see some pictures of me wearing that bad boy. Congrats. Yeah, congrats, Mike. Yeah, he would dominate in any era. You're right, Jose. For real. Of course, for the guys that are new, I'm not actually going to try the jersey on. Unless, of course, I want you to believe that I won't, and I still will. But no. Of course. Congrats, Mike. Yeah, Mike's had some nice solid weeks here the last couple weeks. Congrats. With nothing else, Ivan. Well, I mean, it is Father's Day Eve. It is Father's Day Eve. Ivan, you got a point, my man. I love that. With nothing else. I love it. I love how you guys are just going along with it too. That makes me happy. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's a solid hit. We were looking for bangers tonight. How about Dennis Rodman? And then Kenneth. I'm not sure if you saw it, but I saw you there in the chat. A nice Jahan Dotson. Big old 83. Triple color stitched. Big old autograph Beckett cert. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Super Bowl champ. They also had Plax Burris. But Rodman, special place in my heart. All right, guys. We're going to keep this thing moving along. How about a full-size basketball? I think we had Dominique Wilkins last week. Can't go wrong with that. Hopefully we have an equal, if not greater, hit this week. Quick trip around the box itself. QR code. If you want to put your phone up to the screen and take a look at what else in this product, you're welcome to do so. Of course, we're looking for some current stars, all-time greats, rookies, and more. I am going to open the box from the top. We've got a single pull tab, similar to the jersey, this patented secondary seal. I'm going to pull that tab and then open it from the top, but I still want to show you the bottom of the box as always, just to make sure everything's in really solid working order. As you can see, sealed, good to go. Exactly the same way I received it. It will never be any other way. All right, guys, let's do it. I can't wait to see what this looks like, and if anybody can predict it. I know Dave predicted one. It's hard to do, so let's see what you guys can do. I'll take all the help that I can get. Kind of a hard, awkward item to open on screen, so give me a little bit of grace as I try to do it here. All right, there goes our seal. All right, looks like we are open. Good luck to everybody in basketball. Let's get after it. I see a Spalding ball, and it's got a big old NBA logo on it. I'm going to chuck the box here, guys. All right, let's take a look. What do we got this week? We'll play a game. Who can predict it? All right. I got a Spalding Pro Tech NBA ball. It is JSA certified. JSA certified, and here she is. Silver Sharpie. And then here's your JSA authentication. JSA, I got WIT 623850. WIT 623850. I am going to show you the authentication on the ball as well, just to make sure it matches. WIT 623850. And of course, in accordance with what we've got here as well. All right, guys, somebody will talk to me. Looks like a little inscription there on the side, number 21. Michael Cooper. Hey, there's Dave. What up, Dave? Michael Cooper. Trying to manifest. Tyler Hero. Dave J in the house. Dave said Michael Cooper. I trust Dave. I don't trust myself. I'm still going to look it up. But if Dave says Michael Cooper, I'm not sure anybody else need apply. Dave knows what he's talking about. He told me, what was it, last week or the week before? Recognizing the autographs doesn't pay well. That's what his words, not mine. But it is still impressive. It is still impressive. Good evening, sir. All right, let's look it up. Of course, we are in a good authority. This is Michael Cooper that we're staring at. But if you want to look it up with me, here we go. WIT 623850. Michael Cooper is absolutely correct. So let's say some words about Michael Cooper. Good call, Dave. That's what's up. All right, we got a Hall of Famer, Michael Jerome Cooper. Hall of Famer, 5-time NBA champ, 8-time All-Defensive Team. He was the Defensive Player of the Year, shooting guard, right-handed. He was born in LA, 873 games, 9 points on average, 83.3 free throw percentage, 46.9% from fields. Ain't nothing wrong with that. He played for 12 years. And wouldn't you know it, every single year that he played for the Los Angeles Lakers. This is a lifer. Los Angeles Lakers lifer. 5-time NBA champ on some of those monster teams in the 80s. And if you look at his stats from the 80s, oh my goodness, from 81 to 88 is when he did his most damage. He was in the MVP voting, Defensive Player of the Year voting. He was a monster in the 80s. It is. It's Cooper. And of course, LA, the Los Angeles Lakers. This one's also going out to Mike. Mike, have a night, sir. Mike A takes it down. LA Lakers. Congrats, Mike. And he's a 2-time WNBA championship winner as a head coach. to go from the playing side to the coaching side. Extremely impressive and extremely difficult to do. That's what's up. Michael Cooper, 5-time NBA champion Michael Cooper, LA Lakers. Mike cleans up the basketball. He gets the Rodman on the Bulls jersey and the Michael Cooper on the Spalding Pro Tech NBA ball. Congrats, Mike. Solid night there. Nothing wrong with that. All right, I'm going to push the ball here. Keep it on screen. Let's move on to some baseball. My mind's telling me not to talk about it. Man, what a heartbreaker for the Cubs today. Up 5 runs, 8th inning, 5-0, and then proceed to give up 8 runs and lose the game. How sad was that? All right, but no more sadness. It's baseball time. We've got the black bag here. Let's make up for it with a nice banger here. That would be kind of nice. Quick trip around the bag itself. Mike, have a night for sure. Go Cubs. I agree. I'm not sure where they're going. I just hope that they go into the win column a little bit more. All right, we got baseball. Let's get it. How about some nice hits here? Father's Day Eve. We need it. Luck to all teams. Black bag edition. Gold Rush. Got a red jersey here. Jeffries. Jeremy Jeffress, I believe. That's kind of cool. Big old Beckett cert on the 32. And he inscribed it scoreless inning. Scoreless inning there. Of course, on the baseball jerseys, kind of like the basketball, kind of nice. We should be able to open it up and take a better look. I think this is Jeremy Jeffress, if I'm not mistaken. That's kind of cool. He's got the number inscription there with his autograph, as well as the scoreless inning. And this is a National All-Star jersey. National All-Star. So his National All-Star jersey. And because it's not his particular team, we'll go take a peek and see when this was, what teams he's played for, all that good stuff. Jeremy Jeffress on his All-Star jersey. Yes, baseball was in high demand for sure. It goes through waves. Like 1 week we were really high on basketball. Does the inscription date it? Let's go take a look. So let's go take a look and see what we got here. And see if he played for multiple teams when he was an All-Star. I can also see if I can look up the jersey itself and see if that will give it away. He was only an All-Star 1 time. So I think that narrows it down. So he's only a 1-time All-Star. And that was when he played with Milwaukee. So because he was not an All-Star for multiple teams, this is Milwaukee Brewers. So then he's only an All-Star 1 time. So this is going to be a Brewers hit. Yeah, Corey. Corey, you got it right there. So only All-Star appearance was for Milwaukee. His longest tenureship was also Milwaukee, and it's not close. So I think for both of those reasons, we're going Milwaukee Brewers. I think that's the fairest route to take there. That is his All-Star jersey on the year for 2018 when he played with Milwaukee, and longest tenureship, Brewers. So we're going to go Brewers on this one. Milwaukee Brewers. This one's going out to Braden. So this one's going out to Braden H. So congrats, Braden. Not sure if you're in the live here, Braden. I know sometimes you can make it, sometimes not. But if you're watching after the fact, congrats. We got Jeffress here, big old 32. And I confirmed it online. It also shows it as a Brewers jersey listed for sale. So that'll work. We got the Beckett Cert, scoreless inning inscription, National All-Star jersey for the Brew Crew. And that one's going to Braden. Thanks for the help in the chat there, guys. Appreciate everybody helping me out. Per usual. You guys are a solid group of dudes. Appreciate it. All right. We will continue on. So congrats to Braden. We'll continue on to this guy, the Hall of Fame Baseball Edition, signed and slabbed product. Has been very kind to us. We've had some really cool hits here. We did end up hitting that Yogi Berra, which was kind of cool. So let's see. Hopefully we got another big name lurking in this box. When it comes to the box here for sign and slab, triple transparency, cellophane wrapping, patented secondary seal, and a little black bag on the inside. So we'll take you on a tiny trip around just to make sure everything is exactly what you would expect. And let's get after it. How about a big name here for somebody? That would be sweet. Had some nice names tonight. Let's get a couple more to go along with them. It's kind of hard to argue with 5-time NBA champ. We've got Rodman there. Those are some solid names. Okay, cellophane wrapping gone. Here we do it. Let's get after it. There goes the seal. Second bit of the transparency is gone. Inside the box, we've got a tiny black bag and an empty box. Adios box. Hello, tiny black bag. Tiny black bag, tiny trip around. All right, let's get after it. The pressure is mounting. Will Bart have a nice clean rip here? Tony believes. Tony believes. That's why on Christmas morning, Tony never disappointed by Santa Claus. He believes. All right, good luck to everybody here. Good luck to everybody in baseball. How about a banger? No pressure, no pressure, no pressure. Hey! It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. Happy Father's Day Eve. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's an iconic one. That is sweet. That is sweet. How about Eddie Murray? Eddie Murray. It is Baltimore Orioles. We got a little patch auto there. And it's his 500 home runs card. That's cool. It's in a nice little one touch. So it's not graded. But you do got a patch auto. Eddie Murray. This one's going to Baltimore, as you can see up top there. 500 home runs. We got a piece of the jersey there, I believe. Little patch auto. Very nice and clean. Take a look at the backside. Oh, baby, gets better. Numbered 1 out of 5. It gets better. There's only 5 cards, one for every set of 100 home runs that he hit. Eddie Murray, a consistent slugger. He blasted at least 20 home runs in 13 of his first 14 seasons. Possessed considerable power from both sides of the plate. He finished his 21-year career with 504 long balls, making him just the second switch hitter to surpass 500 dingers. All right, trivia night. Who was the only other one before him to hit over 500 home runs as a switch hitter? Whoever gets that one right will be in my good graces. I know the answer because it's on the back of the card. Anybody else know a iconic switch hitting hitter before Eddie Murray to hit 500? Yeah, it's Mick. Jose, exactly right. Ivan, exactly right. This is Mickey Mantle. Solid there, fellas. That's good trivia. All right. 1 out of 5. Numbered 1 out of 5. 500 home runs. Script. Baltimore Orioles. Eddie Murray. Sticker auto, but nonetheless. Patch autos. Big names. Over 500 home runs. We take those all day. All right. Baltimore Orioles. This one's going out to Dave. Congrats, Dave J. Think Dave's still in the house. Congrats, Dave. This one's going out to Dave J. Congrats, sir. Eddie Murray patch auto. Congrats, Dave J. Solid hit for a solid dude. All right. We're going to move on to multi-sports. I got one last black bag down here. Eddie Murray's going to chill there for a little bit. Then we'll have to do some shuffling. Well, let's do it, guys. We have our last black bag here for multi-sports. Of course, the multi-sport break is a little bit different than the other breaks that we have. For the other sports, we sell it by the team. For multi-sport, we sell it by the sport. There's basketball, football, baseball, hockey, and other. Of course, other constitutes things like soccer. So if there was a soccer jersey here from Switzerland, of course, it would go to the other spot. If that's something that you're interested in, feel free to jump in next week. We've been having a lot of fun with these multi-sports. So shout out to everybody that suggested it. It's been a good time. All right, quick trip around the bag. Let's do it, guys. 2 items left. Let's end the night with some fireworks here for all the dads. All right. Good luck to all. Good luck to all sports in the multi-sport. All right. It's a pretty solid hit in my opinion, because I think this guy's a beast. How about Montez Sweat for the Chicago Bears? That's pretty dope coming out of multi-sport. JSA certified, big old 98. Nothing wrong with that. Montez Sweat. WB 674523. WB 674523. Montez Sweat. On the Monsters of the Midway. Your Bears, my Bears, our Chicago Bears. And yes, Chicago and not Hammond. Stop sending me Hammond Bears. Yeah, nothing wrong with the Murray. Congrats, Dave. Restore the roar. I like that. Always supporting a fellow Lions fan. There you go. Dave and Tony both supporting the Lions. Nothing wrong with that. Football this week for the multi-sport going out to Braden. So Braden H takes another one down to go along with his Milwaukee Brewers jersey. Congrats to Braden. Braden takes down football. Montez Sweat. Beast. Hopefully they can give him a little bit of help and he can get after it. Montez Sweat. It's only 29. 57 sacks in 7-year career. Get him a little bit of help on that defensive line. He could have a monster year. I hope so. Congrats. Congrats, Braden. All right. Our last item here this evening will come out of the Gold Rush Multi-Sport Value Pack. As we've done many times before, we're going to roll 2 dice. After we roll 2 dice, we'll find out how many times we're going to randomize the list. Here's what we got left. Last week, we opened up number 3. We're down to 1, 2, 6, 8, 9, 10. So I'll open this thing up real quick and show you everything we got. 1, 2. 6, 8, 9, and 10. As always, you guys can just let me know when you see the dice there. We'll roll this thing up. We'll get it rolling. 3 cards in the multi-sport value pack. Let's do it. I'm going to switch you guys over to a dice roll. All right. You guys could just let me know. Hey, no problem, Tony. Thanks, Darren. Tony, happy Father's Day, sir. Enjoy the day with you and your family. Have a good one, my man. All right, Darren said he could see the dice. Let's roll them. And here I got 2 3s. I got 6. We got 6 total spins here. Appreciate it, Tony. So 6 spins. All right, I'm going to get you guys off base. Let's bring up our list. If you guys let me know when you guys can see the list there. In the right corner, you should also still be able to see me on the live stream. Again, just matching up, making sure everything looks good. 1, 2, 6, 8, 9, 10. All right. Everybody good on the lists? Thanks, Darren. All right, let's do this thing. We know the dice said 6 times, so let's randomize this guy. There's the first time. And of course, here we're going to go again. You can see on the bottom, it has now been randomized twice. We got to get to 6, so let's do it. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. The 6th and final randomization, whichever pack is in spot number 1, is the one we are opening tonight. Let's do it. 6th and final randomization. We are opening up big pack number 10, the last pack in the box, the last pack in the case. So we are opening up 10. So let's do it, guys. Here we go. We're after pack number 10. And here's pack number 10. Pack 10 coming with us. All the other packs, we'll see you next week. All right. Tiny black bag, tiny trip around. Again, just making sure everything's in good working order. Definitely slabbed up in here. Trip around. And good luck to everybody. Good luck to everybody in the multi-sport. Here we go. A little bit tougher with the slab in there to clean rip, but we'll try my best. Hey, not terrible. All right, let's see what we got. All right. How about right up front? We've got Steve Smith. That's a cool one. On a 2001 Topps rookie card. Steve Smith for the Panthers. That's a cool one. The next card's pretty sweet too. The next card is one that I have a smile on my face for. It's a cool one. 2001 Topps rookie card for Steve Smith. Card 321 in the set. Cool. And it's football. So that one's going out to Braden as well. Congrats, Braden. Braden with his third hit of the night. So congrats, sir. The next one. I'm a fan. How about Kevin Garnett? That's a cool one. Kevin Garnett on the 1995 NBA draft pick card. Minnesota Timberwolves. Drafted in the first round. First player since Daryl Dawkins to make the quantum leap from high school to the NBA. What a beast. Garnett was named USA Today's High School Player of the Year after 1995, averaging 25.2 points per game, 17.9 rebounds per game, 6.7 assists per game, and 6.5 blocks per game as a senior. And of course, he played out of Chicago and Farragut. What an absolute monster. I love that card. NBA 1995 draft picks out of Tops. Looks in pretty good shape. Maybe a tiny ding in this top left corner a little bit. But other than that, for a card that old, there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm sure some of you guys are already peeking at it, so why not? How about Jim Everett for the Rams? Tops super rookie. Got a blue Sharpie there. Quarterback Jim Everett. It is 1997. 1987 Tops. Beckett Cert, Jim Everett. Out of Purdue, 6'5", 212. In high school, he only played quarterback as a senior. Random fact. Cool. All right. Jim Everett. Nice autograph, slabbed up. Beckett. Authentic. 87 Tops. Football. And football, Braden. Braden takes another one. All right. Solid hit there for Braden. Congrats, Braden. Braden gets a fourth hit. A lot of football hits here. Multi-sport. Football cleaned up in the multi. So then a quick recap. We had Jim Everett on Beckett Slab signed up, as well as Steve Smith on a 2001 rookie card out of Tops. Both of those going to Braden in the football spot in multi. We had Kevin Garnett in basketball. And silly me, I didn't say the basketball who was going to. Sorry about that. It's going to Darian. I was too enamored about the card itself. This one's going to Darian F. My bad, Darian. I got too enamored with the KG. This one's coming your way, sir. Yeah, check out that old clip with Jim Rome and Everett. Was that the one where Rome was like calling him out, and then Everett was getting really defensive and then almost took a swing at him? Is that? I think that's the one, right, Jose? I think Everett was getting like really heated because Rome was asking him, "Hey, Braden, what's up, Braden? What did you miss?" Well, you got a couple hits here at the end, my man. So since you're here, why not? So here we go, Mr. Braden. 2001 Tops rookie Steve Smith. And the card itself, in my opinion, is in immaculate condition. It's not graded, but if you wanted to, I always like Steve Smith. I'm not a person that I'm not a grader myself, but I think this would grade pretty well. You did also get a Jim Everett blue Sharpie top super rookie out of multi-sport. So these guys came out of multi. We did hit the KG. That one went out to Darian. So that one is not for you, Braden. But then, Braden, we also got this one for football. How about Montez Sweat from the Chicago Bears? Definitely my kind of hit right there on the big old orange jersey. Autograph, JSA certified. Nothing wrong with that. That also came out of multi-sport. So football really did it in multi. We did have the Eddie Murray. That one went out to Dave J. So we had the patch auto there, Eddie Murray, sticker auto. We had Jeremy Jeffress. This one was you, Braden. So we had Jeremy Jeffress for the Milwaukee Brewers. This was on his National All-Star jersey. And then he had the inscription with his number as well as the scoreless inning. Beckett cert. So then that one went out to you too, Braden. So Braden, 4 hits tonight. Congrats, sir. We also hit a nice Michael Cooper. And Michael Cooper went out to the LA Lakers. This one was Mike. Mike got that one. Another really solid hit tonight was the Dennis Rodman. Man, there's a beautiful jersey. Dennis Rodman for the Chicago Bulls in the alternate. Also went out to Mike. Mike cleaned up in the basketball, so congrats to you, sir. And then for football, we had Jahan Dotson for the Eagles. I believe that one went out to Kenneth. Kenneth K, I believe. Congrats, Kenneth. And then we had Plaxico Burress. Plaxico Burress on the New York Giants white custom. Went out to the Giants, and I believe that one went out to Harry. Harry O on that one. All right, guys. I'd say another solid night of hits here. Got slab auto. We got a one-touch auto RPA. Numbered to 5. That was 1 out of 5. Some nice Chicago names. Kevin Garnett, Rodman, Montez Sweat. I don't hate it. That's right. That's right, Jose. That's why you said Chris. That's hilarious. It's all coming back to me now. I've seen that clip many times, but it's been a while since I've seen it. I'm going to go watch it right after the break. Finish my drink and just watch that and get some giggles. All right. Well, everybody, once again, I want to say a wholehearted thank you for jumping in this week. I do appreciate it, helping sell out the break. We'll be back next week as well on Saturday if you want to jump back in. If not, I completely understand, but we'd love to have you. We'll do a very similar break, and then probably the first break in July, we'll do that other baseball bet that we have. I thought that would be good to do around the 4th. Hopefully some fireworks mojo there for that one. And we'll go from there. So let me know if you have any questions. As always, be kind to yourself, be kind to each other, be kind to everybody else. Enjoy your friends and families. Happy Father's Day Eve to all the great fathers out there. Enjoy your day. We do only get one throughout the year, but cherish it. Spend that time however you want it. You deserve it. I'm going to catch you guys on the other side. Thanks again. Thanks again. Yes, we're going to rock that bat. We'll probably do it the first week of July, whatever that first break is. I think that's what I'm going to plan on doing it. Yeah, I appreciate it, Jose. Thanks to you as well. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks, Darren. Appreciate it. Thanks, Kenneth. Happy Father's Day. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your night. Transparency, transparency, transparency. Happy Father's Day. See ya.